Hello students, welcome back to a new video. In this video we are going to learn about the new unit, that is Men of Science. That means in this unit we are going to learn about the different personalities or different people who gave their contribution in the field of science. So we are going to learn all of them today in this unit. So let's get started. Our first personality is Jagdish Chandra Bose. Well, he was born on 30th November 1858 and was a biologist, physicist, botanist, and an early writer of science fiction. That means he was not only a biologist, physicist, or botanist, he was also an early writer of science fiction. Science fiction is nothing but the people who write the stories or books related to science. Okay, so that is science fiction. He was the pioneer of invention of radio and microwave optics. That means he pioneer is nothing but the owner. So he invented radio and microwave optics and made scientific contributions to plant science. So plant science is nothing but it is a part of a science. Like science have very different streams. They have biology, they have botany, they have chemistry, physics, technology. Okay, so same way plant science is one branch of science where people learn different things related to plant. Okay, and laid his foundations of experiment science in the Indian subcontinent. That means he is an Indian and he gave various experiments in the Indian subcontinent. Okay, Bose is considered as the father of Bengali science fiction. That means he is from Bengal, which we also currently known as West Bengal. So Bose is considered as the father of science fiction, a device of measuring growth of plants. Okay, he also invented the device called measuring the growth of plants. He founded Bose Institute. That means he was the founder of the Bose Institute. It is located in Kolkata, a premier research institute of India and also one of its oldest, established in 1917. That means he was the founder of Bose Institute, which is the oldest institute in India that is established in 1917. The institute was the first interdisciplinary research center in Asia. That means this institute was the first interdisciplinary research center in Asia. He served as the director of Bose Institute from his inception until his death. That means he was the director, or you can say a principal of that institute until his death. Okay, so that was Jagdish Chandra Bose. The next one is Dr. C.V. Raman, that is Chandrasekhar Venkata Raman. Okay, so he was born on 7th November 1888 and was an Indian physicist known mainly for his work in the field of light scattering. Light scattering, you all have heard this word in science, light scattering. You all maybe have done that experiment taking prism and passing the beam of light, then you can see a rainbow. So he gave his work in light scattering. With his student K.S. Krishnan, he discovered that when light transfades a transparent materials, some of the defect light changes the wavelength and amplitude. Okay, so this was his experiment. He also won the 1913 Nobel Prize Physics Award, and he was also the first Asian person to receive Nobel Prize in any branch of science. That means Dr. C.V. Raman was the first Asian person to receive a Nobel Prize in any branch of science. Okay. Well, this is a famous personality. We all know him. He is Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. So Vikram Sarabhai was born on 12th August 1990, was an Indian physicist and astronomer who intended space research and helped to develop nuclear power in India. Okay, so he was not only a physicist or a scientist, he was also an astronomer who helped in space research and nuclear power in India. He was honored with Padma Bhushan in 1966 and Padma Vibhushan in 1972. So these are the famous awards, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. Okay, so he was awarded that. So Vikram Sarabhai achieved is also known as the father of Indian space program. Yes, we have heard this word many a times, that he is known as the father of Indian space program. Yes. Okay, so he was also known as considered as father of Indian space program. He was a great institute builder and established or helped in establish a large number of institutes in diverse fields. So he is also known as the founder of ISRO. ISRO is the Indian Space Research Center or organization. So he was the founder director, and hence he is known as the father of Indian space program. Okay. Well, this is also a very famous personality, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Yes, he was an Indian aerospace scientist and a politician who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. Okay, so he was born and raised in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu, and studied physics and aerospace engineering. So he was not just a scientist but also a aerospace engineer. He spent his next 4 decades as a scientist and science administrator, mainly at Defense Research and Development Organization, that is a DRDO. So the full form of DRDO is Defense Research and or Development Organization. Okay, and Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, and was the intimate involved in Indian civil space program and military missiles development efforts. So he was not only the scientist but he was also an main program or main person in the space program and military missiles development efforts. Okay, and hence he is also known as Missile Man of India because he has given his contribution to making missiles in India. So he is known as the Missile Man of India. Okay, the next one is Meghanand Shah. Okay, so Meghanand Shah was an Indian astrophysicist who developed Saha ordinalization equation that is used to describe chemical and physical conditions in stars. So he was a astrophysicist who developed Saha ionization equation. That means he developed this equation that is used to describe chemical and physical conditions in stars. Okay, so his work allowed astronomers to accurate retail and spectacle classes of stars. That means his research would help the astronauts to learn more about the stars, their temperatures, etc. Okay, so he was also one important member who gave his contribution in the field of science. So the next one is Dr. Raja Ramananna. Okay, so Dr. Raja Ramananna was born on 28th of January 1925. Was an Indian physicist who is best known for his role in Indian nuclear program during his early stages. Dr. Ramananna was associated with and directed Indian nuclear program for more than 4 decades. That means he was associated with Indian nuclear program and also associated with industrial defense program for Indian armed force. So not only with the nuclear program but also he was a part of the defense program for Indian armed force. Okay, he was a recipient of Padma Vibhushan. That means he also received awards like Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian decoration in the honor of his service to build India's nuclear program. Okay, Ramanand died in Mumbai in 2014 at the age of 79. So these are the famous personalities that we learned today. Yes, students, so today we learned famous personalities or men of science who gave their contribution in the field of science. So mainly we learned all the Indian personalities who gave their contribution in the field of science. They are no one but Vikram Sarabhai. Then we learned about APJ Abdul Kalam. Then we learned about Dr. Saha. Yes, so this all personalities or people gave us their contribution and made India proud and also won various awards like Padma Vibhushan and Padma Bhushan. So I hope you all understood this unit very well. Thank you.